This time on Rumbling Along, we leave Arkaroola, heading to Maree in the start of the Oodnadatta track. We stop out at North Blinman pub for a quick feed, then we drive through the panoramic Arkaroola Gorge before heading out to Muloorina Station for a few nights, where we search for the perfect hot springs. So you'll have to have a look and see if we get there. That's right, people, it's the Lake Air Yacht Club. I'm going the Peg and Leg, which is a pint of lager and a homemade beef and pepper pie with chips. And, if we can find them, some hot springs. Yeah, baby. So we've just left Arkaroola, heading out to Blinman and Lee Creek on our way to the Oodnadatta track. A couple of days at Arkaroola, not too bad. I mean, it wasn't actually as good as what I was expecting. I was pretty hyped about it. I'd heard some pretty good things about up there, and it was okay. What was your highlight, Sarah?
Definitely the scenic flight.
Yeah, I think definitely for me too, the scenic flight.
Without a doubt. It was fun.
And how was old mate Cameron? He was pretty interesting.
Yeah, he was a good pilot and a good chat.
Yeah, he's taken it upon himself to learn as much about the geology of the area as he can to make it as informative and interesting.
Charlie liked it.
Charlie loved going for a fly. So it's definitely worth it, and definitely better than the hilltop tour, I think. I mean, it was $15 difference in price. Granted, the scenic flight was only 35 minutes, and it was a bit windy, so it was a bit hectic. The ridgetop tour is half a day, but you basically sit in the back of an open four-wheel drive and they just take you up the hill and explain all the... If you're into geology, it'd probably be pretty good, but I reckon half a day, I think I'd be pretty bored. We get to drive around the farm all day and do stuff like that anyway, so...
Yeah, I definitely would pick the flies over the ridgetop tour, and then we did our own trekking.
Yeah, we did our own little drive too.
You can't do the ridgetop tour unless it's in their vehicle.
Yeah, the guide's got to be guided. There's a couple there that you can do in your own vehicle, but there's some there too that, like, there's even one that they've got locked gates with a key code on it, I imagine, and you've got to pay $45 just to do a drive on the road by yourself.
But he did say to get the ridgetop one graded was $100,000.
Well, to get a grader out and grade all the roads, $100 grand. So, and there's no water out there. There's very little electricity. They're running mainly on diesel. It's bore water and rainwater. So it is pretty isolated and pretty tough, I guess. Anyway, off to Blinman and Lee Creek. So we've just come around the corner behind us and hit the little town of Blinman. The historic town of Blinman. Tour there to go into an underground mine, so I'd say it'd have a fair bit to do with mining. But it's actually thriving little town here. We've got the North Blinman Hotel up there. We're going to go and have a bit of a cruise, have a look at that. A few stone cottages. But yeah, very surprising to come around the corner and see the cars everywhere. Now also over here, Sarah's just reading, we've got a little cypress pine cottage, which is an historic cottage. So the little cottage here behind me is actually from the Williams family, and it dates back to 1880.
Peter, May, Mary.
So inside, this is actually pretty well as it was in the early 1900s. We've got some old photos over here. Look at the old chair, what a gem. The old dining room table, some photos. We've got a will here.
Got
two wills, 1928. So that is from Mary Edith Williams. And this one here is from, who's this one?
Same.
Oh, Mary Edith Williams. Same, 2 wills. 1921, oh, she must have changed it. So it basically says, the said Mary Edith Williams hereby declare that the shop and all the belongings, also house and all the furniture that did alone time belong to me are now the sole property of my 4 daughters, May, Kim, what's that one? Marybelle and Meta Williams, for £400. They have paid debts for me. They have promised me a home.
It could be promised.
Promised me a home as long as I live. The piano is the sole property of the daughter Meta Williams. There you go. The old.
See, this one was giving it to more people. So she, Edith, May, Mary, Ida, Meta. Maybe one of them died.
Marybelle. Very cool. And then over in here, over in this little room here is the bedroom. So there was 4 daughters from that will there, so there must have been Mr. and Mrs. and the 4 kids lived in this house. Look at the old bed. That's not quite from 1905, that one, but when they had this canvas, they put the canvas up as insulation. It started to fall down now, unfortunately. But look at the lime mortar in the walls there, the sand and lime. And over in here we've got the little back room. It's stone. And here we have the old piano. The old original piano that was in that will. Still here. I bet it doesn't play very well though. This is fantastic. Absolutely awesome. So little town, Blinman, just pull in and look what you find. It's just unreal, the little things you find like this. So definitely drop into the information centres, although we didn't drop into the information centre for this one. We were just told to drop in here because it's a nice place. Actually we were told to go to the Blinman pub because it's a nice pub. And then Sarah found this little cottage. And lo and behold, look what we found. Yeah, the old trolley.
Lock it back up.
Lock the door. And take the key over to the information centre. So we just dropped into the North Blinman Hotel. I'm going the Peg and Leg, which is a pint of lager and a homemade beef and pepper pie with chips. It looks really good. Baked daily on the premises. Can't wait for it to come out. Yum yum. Anyway, cheers. Alright, so the big pie has arrived. What an absolute gem. Look at that. I'll be tucking into that in a second. That looks absolute. Look at the size of it. That is wicked. Blinman, South Australia. Homemade pub pie. And they're good chips too. And a nice pint lager. Really nice lager. Beautiful. Not a cloud in the sky, no wind. Perfect. What more can you say? Living the dream, Barry. So we're at the North Blinman Hotel. And this is a little bit of an add-on and stuff. We'll have a look at some pickies. So this was actually built in 1869, I've been told. And there's some pickies out here, which we'll have a look at some of these pickies on the wall. And here we have Charles Faulkner, the first licensee, 21st of the 4th, 1869. So apparently this old stone floor here is still the original floor from the pub, 1869. And all the old all the old biggies. The old pub back in the day with the draft horses. There's the Blinman Mine, 1905. 1905, the donkey team at the Blinman Mine. And here we've got, who have we got here? George Glass, 1830 to 1918. He was the roadman or station man employed to maintain the road between Blinman and Arkaroola. In 1887 the road went via 2nd and 3rd Springs, today known as Glass George Road. There you go. Bit of history in this old place, that's for sure. So we've just had lunch at the Blinman pub, the nice pie and chibbies. We're on our way to Lee Creek, going through Arkaroola Gorge. Got a nice little drive through here.
It's very nice.
And I don't know if you can see up on the hill up there, but there's a fence. And there's another fence on this side, and it's old timber split posts. The old blokes back in the day have put all those timber split posts into the rock. I really don't know how they did it, but they did. And now we're into a little town here of maybe Arkaroola, I do believe. Nice little setting down here in the Flinders Ranges. Nice little setting. Oh no, it's Arkaroola Tourist Village. Nice little village. This is a great little spot down through here. So what do you think of the drive through the Arkaroola Gorge?
I think it's very nice.
It is nice. There's so many spots, isn't there, for people
People camped everywhere. That's very nice.
And it's great that they've got all these little spots for people to camp. There is just truckloads of spots. I mean, I was told that there's a lot of places you can just free camp on the edge of the river here, which has got no water in it, through the gorge. But yeah, there's just trails and trails and trails of tracks. People can go and camp. Just come around the corner and there's a van. Come around the corner and there's a camper van. Come around the corner, there's a...
But there's still plenty of space.
Yeah, they've got bins everywhere too, which is great. And it's a really nice drive. Well, Sarah's back in the hot seat again. Driving from Lee Creek out to Muloorina Station, which is on the edge of Lake Eyre. And the reason why Sarah is in the hot seat is the old Jayco expander has been taking on so much dust every single day. Like, just everything is just completely full of dust. I've ingested that much dust that it's given me severe sinusitis and just... I am so dizzy and head spins. Like I could hardly... Last night I got up to go for a leak and I could hardly even stand up. So this morning it was a little bit better, but like I literally had to hang on to the hand basin to have a shave this morning because I just couldn't stand still. So old Jayco with their dust hasn't been terribly too crash hot. Anyway, you get that on big jobs. So anyway, I think that the old Jayco boys might have to rename their vans and get rid of the Outback, because Outback in Australia means driving on dirt roads. And if you can't drive on a dirt road because the van fills up with dust, then they shouldn't call it Outback. It should be tarmac. So we're just on our way out to Maree and we've just noticed these old ruins on the side of the road, so we pulled over, and these old ruins are actually ruins from what they called fettlers and gangers 2 to 3 men that used to look after the railway line that went through. And there's a fireplace over in here too, so maybe this was the little kitchen area or lounge room or whatever, and then these were probably just a couple of the bedrooms. But she's a great old little stone building. I like stopping and having a look at all these little things, a little bit of history. It's good fun. But she's certainly desolate out here. Imagine what it would have been like in the 1900s, my goodness me. She would have been pretty harsh. No water, no food, no nothing. And we think we've got it tough now, eh? Imagine working on the railroad out here in 1890. She would have been pretty tough. So Sarah's still in the hot seat. I'm feeling an awful lot better, which is great. And she just mentioned something to me which everybody's got to take into consideration big time. And what is that?
Well, I'm travelling into a headwind and I can't stay on Eco Drive. It's just hitting me into non-economic the whole way, even though I've hardly got my foot on the accelerator. And we've only driven like an hour, maybe hour and a half, and I've gone through nearly a quarter of a tank of petrol. So the moral to the story is, don't travel with a headwind.
Yeah, if you can avoid it, don't travel with a headwind.
Just pull up and wait for the wind to go. We
got stuck out in the middle of central Queensland with a headwind where we nearly ran out of fuel. We worked out how much we needed and we nearly ran out.
Yeah.
And now we're running into a headwind again, so if you want to just burn cash away, drive in a headwind, because we're going through fuel at a rate of knots.
And if you've got the time, just pull up and chill out.
Yeah, just see it.
I'm pulling into Muloorina now, the start of Paul's must-do list for 40 years. He's been waiting.
The Muloorina track.
He's excited.
Frothing, absolutely frothing. And from all accounts, everything is open. So we're good to go. Look over there, there's some planes. They got the old airstrip at Muloorina.
Probably bringing the miners in.
Oh yeah, miners or wealthy landowners. They probably land on their own strips, I suppose. Alright, we're at Muloorina, start of the Muloorina track, and we're going to head out to Muloorina Station for a couple of days and chill out there. So we just got the Muloorina Roadhouse behind us, start of the Muloorina track, warning remote areas ahead sign up there, and we've just got here, we've got a little memorial park which is dedicated to the pioneering Muslim cameleers, and this is actually a mosque. So they've dedicated a little mosque there to the pioneering Muslim cameleers. Very cool. So we're just coming up to another classic old famous historical place out here, and it is, that's right people, it's the Lake Air Yacht Club with yachts and all. How cool is that? The old Lake Air Yacht Club. So we just got the Muloorina Roadhouse behind us, start of the Muloorina track, warning remote areas ahead sign up there, and we've just got here, we've got a little memorial park which is dedicated to the pioneering Muslim cameleers, and this is actually a mosque. So they've dedicated a little mosque there to the pioneering Muslim cameleers. Very cool. going? We are going the Muloorina track, and it's 4-wheel drive only. Half closed, half 4-wheel drive. So we'll see how we go. Should be alright, I hope. But we'll head down to Muloorina Station first, and then back into here and out to the old Muloorina track. Can't wait, absolutely frothing. I'm so looking forward to this. We'll be camping at a few of the springs on the way. Alright, let's go, let's get into it. Here's the sign to Muloorina Station. Looking forward to this. Nice lake maybe, or a dam down there, and if we can find them, some hot springs. Yeah baby, love the old hot springs. Alright, let's go, let's get into it. So the old landscape's looking pretty barren. Can't see much stock surviving out here terribly too well. Anyway, no trees, no shelter, no shade, no water. Oh, I say no trees. Look, there's one right there. No trees, eh? Anyway, it should be pretty rough out here in summer. It would be so hot.
There's a cow.
Oh, we've got cows. And as I've just said that nothing could survive out here, we have cows. Well, obviously things can survive out here, can't they? Look at that. And they don't look like they're malnourished at all. A couple of calves there. Oh, look at the body score on those. They're gems. Wow. And they survive here. That's unbelievable. So not exactly sure where we want to camp. There's a nice water hole here somewhere, but there's roads going everywhere. So time to get old mate Mr. Drone out and see where we're going. Let's get up there and have a look. Oh, yep, I can see it. And there's people over there too. It's over there somewhere. There's a couple of people camped over there. I can see the homestead too. Okay, well we'll head over that direction I guess. Where are we? There. So it's over there. Alright, that worked a treat. Well, we're just going for a quick walk, try and find this hot pool up here somewhere. Hopefully we're going the right way. Hopefully when we get to the hot pool there won't be 500 gazillion flies. But anyway, that's the way it is I suppose. I think we may have found something here. This looks like it to me. But apparently somewhere here there's some plastic chairs that you can sit in the plastic chairs and hop in the middle. But I reckon this is pretty well it. Do you want to stick your hand in and feel what it's like? See if it's warm or not? What do you reckon?
Oh, it's not cold, it's not warm.
Well, not cold but not warm. Apparently further up it's not cold but not warm, but apparently further up there is, where it comes out of the ground, it's actually boiling hot, so we might keep going up. Well, it looks like we've found it. Oh yeah, she's warm. Oh, it's beautiful and warm. Oh, this is nice. Alright, I think I'll get a chair and get a brewski. Yes, awesome, we found it. Oh, this is so nice. It's really nice and warm. It's not hot, it's just warm. Cheers. What, you didn't bring a drink. This is nice. The sun's going down so it's not too hot. That's good, isn't it?
It's nice.
Apart from the Brazilian fries. Anyway, cheers big ears. I hope I don't get a fly down my mouth. Oh, this is the way to spend the arvo, that's for sure.
Very, very nice. I want one at our farm.
Yeah, we need one of these for sure. This is just like a bath. This is living.
Beautiful.
This is living, Barry.
It
Are you
is.
game to go further up and try the hot section? What do you reckon? I know you like it pretty hot, but this is pretty good for me, just like a warm bath. It's perfect.
It's too hot. The weather's too hot to go any hotter.
Yeah, probably right. There is a natural spring. Is it a spring or fresh water?
Fresh water.
Fresh water,
which would be natural.
But couldn't find it. Put the drone up and couldn't find it. Whether it's dried out or not, don't know. But we found this. This is good enough. This will do us. This is great. Nothing annoys me more